Juicy, how much fun did you have in Vancouver, Canada?
Oh, it was amazing. I can't believe it.
She cried.
2,700 seats. Juicy came out hot as a pistol. Didn't miss a beat. Crushed. So excited. That was the beginning of the tour, bro. It's all smooth sailing from here, kiddo.
We had a really nice moment, Bobby and I.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah.
She goes, because, I mean, I've had a really bad couple weeks, and that show happened at the right time.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
That's what Andrew's been saying.
I knew. I said it. I said, this is exactly what we need to start the tour in Vancouver with a big, huge audience of people in Canada that were like so excited to come out. It was so awesome.
And we were leaving. I go, let's go. We got to get the cars here or whatever. And she goes, no, I want to go back on the stage again. So I went with her.
I made him come with me.
Oh. And she goes, look. And, this beautiful theater.
It's such a pretty theater.
Beautiful
like
theater.
Stained glass on the ceiling.
Oh, my God. And I could see her tear up. Right? And I went, you know what? You just taught me a lesson. This is it.
This is it.
This is it. There's nothing else.
Living it right now.
Right now. You really taught me a lesson.
I was so glad because I didn't tell you at the time, but I think it was because I was pretty drunk. Because I didn't drink during the show, but then after we kicked it in the green room.
Yeah.
Some guests came back.
Yeah.
I drank 1.5 IPAs.
That'll do it
we
for
went
her.
back on the stage, and I was like...
So it wasn't a real emotion.
No, it was real, but it was fueled. But
alcohol.
you were like, are you getting emotional? And then I was like, yeah. And then you started
Wait, stop. You weren't emotional then? You were faking it?
Well, I didn't want to tell you. I think a lot of it was because of the alcohol.
Yeah. But it was still real.
I had a spiritual, profound moment. You were fucking drunk?
Yeah, but wait a minute. People take ayahuasca to see God. So they're intoxicated with something when they see something else. So I believe chemicals can sometimes open your brain to the spiritual world. So this was her just realizing, look at how beautiful this is. Oh. You don't need chemicals. You're above it. You've transcended chemicals.
Let me tell you, I wish I had chemicals the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, now you don't.
You know
but now you don't need them because
with poo on my face in a hotel room, like in Mexico.
Yeah, how could I forget?
Anyway, that was a great experience, and I'm glad, I'm so glad. You know what I mean? That we get to live through you too, because it's like, here's the deal: when you've been in show business, so gross that even saying that, but in this business as long as I have,
yeah,
I remember those first moments.
Huge.
The first time you did TV as a stand-up, the first time you did a theater, all that stuff. And I remember it being so powerful and visceral, and it was just such an experience. And as you get older, you just kind of when I was telling you, the first time you play the belly room in the Comedy Store is exciting.
Yeah.
But after the 10,000th,
Go ahead. You'll get through it.
10,000th time, it just becomes like a thing that you just do, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, you should take every moment and just go, you know what, this is great. This is
we talked about this before the show. What's in front of you? See what's in front of you. Stop looking this way and that way and backwards. What's right here in front of you right now?
Yeah.
It's like that's the way to live through life. It's what? It's almost like shoveling snow for people that grew up in places with snow. When you go outside, you see the driveway and you're like, fuck. It's forever. But if you just look at the little chunk every time that you're getting a little chunk of snow every time, you start to just forget that there's all that space. And at some point, then you turn around and you're like, oh, fucking, I'm almost done. Because instead of overwhelming yourself with, look at all the shit that I have to do, you're just like, well, let me just take it one little chunk at a time.
Why can't you just hire somebody to do that?
We didn't grow up with the San Diego money, dude. We didn't grow up in the fucking Poway. We weren't fucking billionaires.
We did that for our snow in San Diego.
You didn't get any snow.
I know. And, we paid too much for the guy. We paid him $100. And I'm like, Dad, I don't, there's no snow.
So
it will be.
Mr. Lee, I will do your driveway, but it's no snow for me to get.
Yeah.
You want me to scrape snow for the driveway?
Yeah.
It's winter.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to do it.
You have to just see.
Why do you have? No, I'm more curious because I didn't grow up in the snow. Well,
Yeah.
as a kid, I did in Minnesota, but I don't remember. But why do you have to do it?
shovel the snow.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the culture.
How do you get your cars out?
Oh,
It's a driveway.
I see.
Yeah. Also, people need to get to your home. That's how they get up the driveway to your house.
Well, but wouldn't that be a great excuse not to show up to work, though?
I'm stuck.
Yeah, to snow.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Hello.
Hello? Oh, my dad? I don't know why I just did that.
I don't know. I was trying to figure something out.
Hello?
Hi. Is this the boss over at where do I work?
Pep Boys.
Over at Pep Boys. Hey, is this Mike?
Yeah, man.
Hey, Mike. I'm not gonna be able to make it in today.
Why not, man?
Snow.
Oh shit. There's snow.
Tons. There's like 4 or 5 inches. I can't go.
I should go back home then, man. Huh? Snow.
Yeah, if you can make it back. I feel like you might be stuck at Pep Boys.
Really good improv.
Thanks.
I love it. I love our little improv.
Yeah, it's so
they're
good.
really good.
None of you guys grew up with snow. That's fucking insane. You're a Houston kid. You're from where?
L.A.
Yeah, you're from here, kind of, right?
I lived in snow once though,
Where?
in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Love Northern Arizona.
Yeah, and then my car got snowed in, and I just left it there.
Seriously? You'd pulled a Bobby.
Yeah.
It was my first car.
Is that where Doug Stanhope lives, or
He
Where does
lives
he
in
live?
Bisbee.
Bisbee.
what's his Bisbee?
It's a little small town,
Yeah.
and it's like his town. It's like he runs that whole fucking place.
You know, I've known him longer than any other comedian, I think.
Stanhope?
Yeah. I met him in 1997.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was funny back then.
He's so funny.
Yeah, he's so funny.
He's a professional drinker. Nobody's better. Like, I think Bert's probably one of the best, but I think Stanhope is. Like, I had a phone call this weekend with Whistle Pig, my boy Patrick at Whistle Pig, who's going to work with us with Whiskey Ginger. And he was telling me that he was having a few drinks with Stanhope, and he's like, nobody can keep up with that guy, but he's super coherent. He can drink all night, hang out, nothing. Doesn't act like a fool, doesn't like get all, you know what I mean? Just keeps it level.
He's a nice guy. Let me ask you about Bert Kreischer. I love him. Great heart.
Yeah.
I think about him all the time. I love him so much.
I don't know how his heart is with all that weight. I mean, it's actually,
Right. But is there... are you ever concerned for him or no?
for what?
For the partying and all that stuff or no?
No, because I think he's got something. He must have figured out something to
Yeah,
keep
there's
balance.
something he's doing. I can't figure it out.
I think he's faking.
Whoa.
You don't think he's drinking?
I don't think he's really drinking.
All right, call him out.
Yeah,
Say it
yeah.
right now, Bert. You ain't drinking.
It's
Say
iced
it.
tea, huh?
I think I just did.
yeah.
Well, then call it out. Say how you really feel. You think he's faking it.
Bert Kreischer, I think you're full of shit.
Whoa.
I think you're sipping
One
on...
theater and now. Look at you go.
So you think he never drinks? You think it's non-alcoholic?
That would be hilarious. If he's like taking the shots and spitting them out.
Spitting him out. Yeah, or he's drinking NA beers or he's de-alkalized booze.
It'd be
This
smart.
is a good theory.